Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as the Lion. Welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Pirates of the Sword Coast. Last episode, well, we've been going around this island that we've been washed up on. Managed to successfully kill a few random animals and such, and have gotten a fairly decent amount of supplies and some food. Now it's time for us to go through this cave and see if we can find any other sources on this island. The cave seems dark and dangerous. Luckily you brought a torch to light the way. Enter the cave. Okay. I mean, yeah, I can't really see much, but... Oh, that's Polly. That's quite a few jellies. Uh-oh. This may not be a wise idea. Yeah, that is a lot of jellies. Bad idea. Right then, new plan. We're just gonna run through this place. In fact, I am going to put the torch on. Take the torch, run through, ignore all the jellies. That is literally the only way through. Yep, ignore them. There is no way we're going to be able to kill all of them. Just head through this opening. Okay. Made it to the North Shore. Excuse me. Hopefully we'll find another place that's safe around here. No idea if we will. Troglodytes. Let's go this way. We can at least grab this from the palm tree. An abandoned camp. Okay, that is definitely something we can take a look at. Looks like we just need to deal with a couple troglodytes first. Island look like this. No village is here and Scar Cave is over here. Troglodyte map. Crude sling and crushed stone bullets. Map in the sand, map in the sand. Think it leads to treasure was? You stare at the crude map the troglodytes had made in the sand. 2 points of interest are marked upon it. According to the map, there are caves to the west with a word you interpret as home. There's a jungle to the east with a word you interpret as the old gods. The hunting party had been heading in that direction. Okay. Another fire-hardened spear. Good. I mean, I already have one. Those are bullets, and that's a sling so we can attack from afar. But it says something about an abandoned... Oh! We see the whole camp. The Troglodyte Village and Sacred Caves. Troglodyte Village could be risky, but let's at least go in here. I can't see anything. Oh! Ah! A fire pit. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything else. Like, it's an old abandoned camp, but there's no sign of who was here. Oh, dire boar is attacking. Ow! Listen, you attacked me first. Ow. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna die to this dire boar. Well, I killed the dire boar, and I almost died. So I guess we're going to go in here and rest for a minute. There's some meat, rest. Only real choice I had. Okay, I don't like the, this particular map because of just how cramped it is here. Oh, there it is. I feel like maybe we should investigate the troglodyte camp. And we can keep picking things up. I can... Alright, let me drop a save here. Alright, pick up all the supplies we can on the way. I am going to kill this boar. I mean, I'll get some food from it. Regular boar isn't as bad as the dire boar. Okay. Keep wandering and gathering things up. That is a jaguar. I should keep my distance from that jaguar. Well, I might be able to get something from it. And a feisty seagull. Alright, go for the jaguar. I mean, I can attack it twice for every one attack it gives me. Almost killed it. Okay, good news is I killed it. Should probably leave these over here. Okay, that's dead. And again, we are almost dead. So we'll take another rest. Tinder, flint, roast some meat, rest. Alright, there we go. There it is. It's so hard to see in here because of all the stuff that's high and in the way. Alright. Let's drop down another save. Alright, let's keep looking around. More feisty seagulls. Well, on the plus side, feisty seagulls die easily. We got seagull feathers out of this. Oh, hold on. You know what? I don't really have space in here for these, so... So, what's the seagull feather for? Bundle of arrows. Okay. All I can smell that came from here. More tinder. Good to have. Allows me to rest as much as I want. Meat is gonna go back over to here. You go in there. Tinder goes here. Anything else around here? Got some boulders. Every bit of resource I can find helps out. Alright. So we've cleared off this side of the island. We can still clear out the other side of the island, because it seems like the only other locations we have are the Sacred Caves and the Troglodyte Village. Oh, the animals respawn! That's annoying. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna drop a save and then we'll take a look in the Troglodyte Village. Alright, let's take a look. Maybe we'll find... The stench overwhelms you. The cloying stench of the Troglodyte Village overwhelms you. You fall to your knees and black out. The stench of your troglodyte attacker still lingers in your nostrils, unwilling to fade. You seem to be growing accustomed to it, however, though it still leaves you too weak to stand. Harsh voices mutter in the distance.
Amberly gives us a gift, Father. Tonight we will feast in her honor. Yes, Octul, the new god brings us this flesh to reward us for our faith. As long as we worship her, she will founder their foolish ships upon our shores. The almighty Umberly provides for us. If we pray, we will never go hungry. There shall always be sacred wood for our fires. We shall grow strong with their gods and their steel. Enough. You grow weak with your father's lies, Octul. You defile the old goddess. You turn your face from Laugzed for a promise of food and baubles from a weakling goddess of the Warmbloods. The island has food enough, had you only the skill to hunt it. Ha! Have you lost your taste for human flesh, Garm? The old gods are dead, and a new goddess has arisen. I am still king of this island, and you will worship under me as I command. Someday your water witch will take back her warm-blooded teat, my king. As for the meat, lock him away till he regains his strength. I fight what I eat rather than growing weak on a goddess's handouts.
Their hissing surrounds you and you succumb once again to the dark. Well, I still have everything. But I don't think I can leave. Maybe this isn't the right way to go. I'm gonna see if I can get to the other place. Alright, let's take a look. This time I'm not gonna fight you two. Thank you, Boar. Leave me alone. You know, I have so many resources, I don't really need to pick up more. So I think I'm fine. Alright. Let's see what... Oh. Oh! That's worrying.
Boo! Wugabba wugabba blah blah! Run away, you stupid troglodyte!
I'm not a troglodyte. The sacred caves. Oh, and there's traps around here. Yep, that's definitely a trap. Ow, that was a trap. Right, I should have been a bit more, I should have watched out for these things a bit more. I mean, I can see where all the traps are. They have obvious bones and scorch marks. Let's take a look in here. Dwarf alert, dwarf alert. Edgrim the Mad. Hello?
You really mustn't bother Daddy Edgrim so, my little illusion. I'm a busy man, you understand.
Your illusions? Little bit loopy, little bit loopy.
Yes, I crafted all of you to protect me from the troglodytes. They're tough old salts, but they scare easy. Inquisitive little illusion, aren't you? And funny looking too. I wonder what I was thinking when I created you like that. Must have been in a hurry.
I'm not an illusion. My name is Lauren.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm rather good at this whole illusion business. I'll have you know. Too much self-awareness is a very bad thing. I want others to believe in you, so in the act of creation I must therefore instill in you a belief in yourself. Cheer up, my little illusion. Why, even now I can see the conviction growing in your eyes. No matter what I say, you will remain convinced that you are real, and that I am completely and utterly mad. It's perfectly natural. I made you that way. No, I'm a sailor. I was thrown overboard and washed ashore. Ah, now that backstory takes me back a while. You must be one of my older creations, then. It's become a bit passé lately. Look, I understand how boring it must seem to be on guard duty night after night. Take some time off, scare the locals. You'll be fine. Right. Who are you? Ah, my little illusion. So many questions for one so young. My name is Edgrim, and I created all of you. You could say I'm your father of a sort. But how did you get here? Well, now, I left my clan home by mule train then walked most of the way to Baldur's Gate.
From there, I had a wretched voyage by ship and a little bit of an unexpected swim. The final stretch into this cave seemed to involve a lot of crawling. All told, it was an unfortunate series of events and not one I'd recommend to others. Though I'm not sure how an illusion like you might fare. How long have you been here? Oh, about a year all told. I've accomplished quite a lot, actually. It's an excellent working environment if you don't mind the humidity. I'm a bit low on paper and drafting supplies at the moment, but I'm sure more will wash ashore soon. I recently received a very timely shipment of underwear, however, and some Termish spices that make for a tasty meal of smoked fungus. It's more of an appetizer than a meal, to be honest, and the underwear fits a bit tight for my liking, but even so. Right, so what are you working on? Oh, that's none of your business, my little illusion. Daddy Edgrim's not making plans to leave you behind on this godforsaken island, oh no. I need to get off this island. Have you illusions been snooping in Daddy's papers again? Bah, very well, me secret's out, but don't tell the others. We'll make our escape, you and I, and leave the others behind. There isn't enough room for everyone. Come, let me show you. Leave room for the parrot, leave room for the parrot. May I present to you version 5.0 of the stable hydronomic internment pontoon. Made of solid dwarven construction, SHIP will not splinter, it will not burn, it is impervious to arrows, and it can be built of readily available materials. I don't see anything. Yeah. Yes, well, it's still in the very early concepting stages, to be honest. But imagine this. A bathysphere 10 feet across, carved of solid stone that rolls along the bottom of the ocean floor, propelled by your own weight. What happened to the other 4 versions? Well, Ship 1.0 is the one that brought me here. Not my design, might I add. Typically elvish with flimsy construction, lots of wood and fabric, and heavily reliant on wind. I can't say I'm surprised it foundered and sank. What about Ship 2.0? I was enamored with wood at the time. My tragic experience with it notwithstanding. Rather than something so tippy and narrow-bottomed, however, I came up with a flat wooden plane that sat atop the water. A raft. Its shallow draft would have allowed it to avoid the rocks that claimed its predecessor, and even had it sprung a leak, it would still prove seaworthy. An improvement over its elven predecessor at any rate, though still too flammable for my taste. A raft, you mean? Yes, that was one of the acronyms I considered for it. A reversible alternative flotation thingy. You're a quick one, my little illusion. Almost too quick. If I got you the wood, would you build it for me? Yes, more room in the bathysphere for me, quite frankly. But it will take more than simple driftwood. The troglodytes seem to have a source of proper plank, and if you're willing to raid their village, bring me that and you'll have your raft. What about Ship 3.0? Ah, failed design, driven more by hunger than by practicality. I proposed a hovercraft built entirely of cheese, you see. The 3.2 prototype was constructed out of emptied coconut husks, which at least had the benefit of being more readily available. Built out of cheese. And where would you have found the cheese? What about 4.0? Yes, this is where I hit upon the bathysphere idea that I'll be using for 5.0. My thinking was that, if I could miniaturize myself to the point where I could fit inside a coconut husk, I could create an entirely self-contained transportation unit. Make way for the Weirdo Express! It was all very exciting, but I never did resolve the miniaturization issue, unfortunately. That said, I did receive a thank you letter by bottle from one of the mice I'd been using for testing purposes. Sure. You don't understand, I need to leave the island now. Well, I do have one workable design, the Ship 2.0. The design has some very substantial flaws, keep in mind. Okay, we've been through that. Back to 5.0. How will you get inside? Good point. I'll have to chisel a hole and find some means of sealing it. That or rely on transportation somehow. Of course, if I had the ability to teleport, I wouldn't need a ship now, would I? Won't you run out of air? Hot air rises. Yes, let me make a note of that. Intended for short trips only. What if you have to roll uphill? Exercise, my good friend. You illusions can effortlessly keep your trim physique, but we real people have to work for it. If I make it back to civilization, I expect Ship 5.0 will fetch a rather high prize as a fitness promotion device. How will you know where you're going? I intend to paint a line down the middle of the bathysphere on the inside. Provided you always keep that line beneath you, you will not stray. How long will it take to build? Ah, there's the one thing I've learned. It's to never give release dates. I have sent out a message in a bottle requesting a good set of stonecutter's chisels. However, so I intend to start as soon as it arrives. You realize how crazy you sound. Crazy as a loon, crazy as a loon. Crazy? Hey, you're the one that's the illusion lad. Back to my other questions. Is that all? Really? Do you have any supplies to trade? I'm not entirely sure what I'd do with a bunch of illusionary money, but I suppose there's no harm in it, really. Aye, it's mostly old trash that's washed up on shore over the years, anyway. Well, you won't miss what you don't use. It's true, it's true. I've become a pack rat of all this flotsam and jetsam, nothing more. I'll give you a fair rate, but promise me you will put the stuff to use. Well, let's see what you have. Oh, you actually have gear. And I can get it for relatively cheap. I can get actual armor. Privateer Sagewell's figurehead. Only usable by good and I'm neutral. Damn. I can get an actual weapon. This would actually be good. I can afford a heavy cutlass. And I have a ton of money. Grogbeard's Grimace. 12 spell resistance, and that's it. He's got potions. He's got... My god, with all this stuff. A dead roach. No, thank you. Volker's text for better living? Yeah, I'm not gonna read those. Aryarangar. Okay. I can get some actual significant gear here. Surprisingly. I do have a lot of money. Alright. Take the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. That helps with strength. Let's get weapon-wise. I need a heavy cutlass. Because I did specialize in scimitar, if I remember right, didn't I? Yep. Weapon specialization scimitar, so I'll take that. Armor and gear, let's see. I can afford a +1 large shield. Or a small +2 small... No, I can do the +1 large shield. +2 Drow large shield I can afford too. But I need some good armor. Some really good armor. Well, I can't get anything too good for armor. Let's see. +2 chain shirt. That might be my best option. Yeah, +2 chain shirt is the best I can get there. I can sell one... Wow. Why is one fire-hardened spear worth more than the other? Okay, I'll sell that. I only need one. Let's see. I don't need the darts. Let me get a good shield. Plus, I'll take... +2 large shield, probably a good idea. Or +1. I am starting to run low on money. What is Shield of the Watch? Only bonus against humans, doesn't matter. This would be good, except I can't use it, so no. I'll take the +1 large shield. That'll be fine for me. And I'm not gonna bother with any boots or gauntlets. Well, oh, Master Shipwrights? Interesting. So I think this will be fine for now. I'll hold on to the meat. I'll hold on to these various resources. You never know, you might need them later. And I have actual gear now. I should be able to survive fighting against those troglodytes who I do need to fight. There is one other thing that I will buy, however. Bag of holding. And I'm gonna sell the Survivor's Journal, and I'll sell that. I'm not gonna bother buying any jewelry right now. It's all expensive. Though I could buy a few of these potions. That sounds like a good idea. There we go. And as for this, well, I don't need the wine. Definitely not. I'll put them all into here. Put those into there. And the rest of this stuff, I guess I can just hold like this. Okay. Let me take a look at the few things around here. Building supplies. No, it doesn't actually say anything about them. Miniaturizer 0.2. Usable prototype. Unusable prototype. Do not use. Trash compactor. Nautical diagrams and the Ship 5.0 prototype. Navigational charts for the Moonsea Isles. I feel like we should hold on to these. So I'm going to. Alright. I'm gonna rest, and with that, I am gonna end this episode here. Next episode, we're gonna head into the Troglodyte Caves and see if we can deal with them. Till then, I am Chester44, I'll say Spalai. That is Lauren Blackstash. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Pirates of the Sword Coast, and I shall see you all next time.